Gunther the Great. Gunther the Great. Chase Eatman. This guy is quite popular here on YouTube and the interwebs. And today we're just doing a quick update on his locks. You guys have requested this. The only picture I don't see of his update of his high top dreads is the one where he had them dyed. Basically, his hair nowadays is looking quite sleek. He's got the sides shaved up and the pineapple tops for guaning. A lot of his locks these days, they do have more dye and bleach in it than ever before. So at this point here, it's just the tips that have been dyed. But looking into some of these pictures here, we can see some mad length happening on Gunther's locks. Looking at the new growth, definitely looks pretty maintained. Frizzy hairs are there as well, but we are looking at a lot more length in his locks these days. Pictures like this really show the definition. Really cylindrical dreads that he's got going on as well. Curly tips, nothing's really changed with that, so we can see that he's keeping it the same pretty much all the way around. I think it was around this time when his locks started going a bit red. I think he bleached one of them to look red. I wasn't too much of a fan of that bleach move or the dyed move, but it's always cool to experiment, and just wanted to see how your hair dyes. Go ahead and try what Gunther tried. Just bleach one, dye one, see how the color turns out. But with his dreads being high top, wearing them down like this, you can kind of tell it's a high top because there's not as many dreads on the side. But for the most part, people that just look at you at first glance, they're not going to notice that you have your sides even shaved. So being able to rock the fishbone braids, now at this point, he's probably making that face because he's like, the pain. The pain is real. It's pulling back my eyes. Those braid outs will hurt, but this is the braid out after getting his hair in the fishbone braids, and it looks pretty cool. Just short crinkles. I still feel that this look is more for females. There's something about the volume that is created with the crinkly look that it just feels like it looks better on females than males. Gunther here showing off the fresh side taper, the fresh fade. Pretty good shot, pretty lined out. Wondering how much he pays and how often he goes to get this regiment completed. But looking at his new growth at this point, it's pretty loose. There's not really anything tight to the scalp, which is a good thing to see. And a close up here of his locks a bit more so. Seems to be on the right path. They are looking well. Pretty dope when we're gonna see them at the time when they're really long. But for the most part, we won't see much change in these locks, just because they're really thin. They're probably gonna stay very cylindrical the whole way through, unless he starts not separating his new growth and we get some big ass Congos coming in, which is always a great thing to look forward to in someone's dread journey, but not always guaranteed. This photo here, we can see some thickness happening from these locks at the back. It might have been combined, but I doubt it. And lastly, seems to be rocking the side flop over quite a lot, which is easy to do when you got the high top like that. Tends to be the way that the hair will flop easiest, actually, because there's already kind of a part in the hair between each side where the fade starts. So keep that in mind when starting these locks. But I'm gonna head out. Thanks guys for getting me through the update on Gunther. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys over on the Not Nation Instagram page, at Not Nation. I'll see you guys there. Peace.